In the third chapter of our journey, we decided to switch things up. Returning to Madrid, we hopped on a high-speed train and zoomed toward Catalonia, a region where history, architecture, and amazing food collide into one unforgettable experience. Barcelona, a city that has everything except boredom. Founded during Roman times, today it's the pride of Catalonia and Gaudi's personal playground. Walking through Barcelona feels like stepping into an open-air art museum, with Gaudi's modernist masterpieces around every corner. It's a city where modernist architecture doesn't just decorate the streets, it defines them. Even the streetlights and tiles in some parts of the city bear Gaudi's unmistakable touch, making every stroll feel like part of a grand design. Gaudi's vision is everywhere, inviting you to see the world from a completely different perspective. Our first stop was Park Güell. If you've ever wanted to step into a fairy tale, this is your golden ticket. Colorful mosaics, quirky columns, and those wildly curving benches. It felt like walking into Gaudi's dream after one too many glasses of sangria. Originally planned as a luxury residential community, it ended up being something entirely different, a masterpiece of art and nature. Next, we visited Sagrada Familia, or as we like to call it, the church that's always under construction. This Antoni Gaudi masterpiece has been in the works since 1882, and judging by the crowds, it's not losing popularity anytime soon. Unfortunately, we didn't make it inside. The number of tourists was overwhelming, and tickets were sold out weeks in advance. Lesson learned. Gaudi fans don't mess around. Instead, we admired its grandeur from the outside, where the intricate details of the facades kept us mesmerized. Every inch of the exterior is a storybook of stone, with carvings so elaborate it's hard to believe they weren't done yesterday. Even from afar, it's a breathtaking sight and a testament to Gaudi's genius. No ticket required for that view. After Gaudi's whirlwind of creativity, we decided to take things a bit slower with a visit to Montjuic Castle. The adventure began with a scenic ride on the cable car, gliding over the city and offering breathtaking views long before we even reached the top. Perched atop a hill, this fortress is the perfect spot for a leisurely walk if you want to soak in panoramic views of the city, the harbor, and the sea all at once. The castle itself harks back to times when defensive walls were a necessity, not just a decorative touch. Today, however, it's a peaceful retreat where you can unwind and enjoy the greenery surrounding it. Oh, and the view from the lookout? Absolutely worth every step, or in this case, every cable car ride. It felt tailor-made for Instagram moments and left us wondering if Montjuic Castle might just be one of the city's best-kept secrets. After descending from Montjuic Castle, we made our way to the famous La Rambla Street, starting at its iconic beginning, the monument to Christopher Columbus. This towering statue, pointing enigmatically out to sea, felt like the perfect starting point for our exploration. Though, to be honest, we couldn't help but wonder, was he pointing to the New World, or perhaps just a really good tapas bar? La Rambla itself is a lively promenade that never seems to sleep. Lined with trees, vibrant street performers, and bustling cafes, it's the heartbeat of Barcelona. We strolled past souvenir shops, flower stands, and even a human statue or two that gave us a good laugh. The energy of the place is contagious. It's as if the whole city converges here for a mix of culture, food, and people watching. Although the crowds can feel a bit overwhelming at times, there's something magical about being surrounded by so much life and excitement. Our target on La Rambla was clear Los Tarantos Flamenco, the oldest tablao in Barcelona, established in 1963, tucked away in the vibrant placa rail just off La Rambla. This iconic venue has been keeping the flamenco spirit alive for decades. The moment we stepped inside, we were transported into a world of rhythm, passion, and raw artistry. The performance was nothing short of mesmerizing. The dancers' feet moved with such precision and intensity, it felt like they were channeling the very soul of Spain. The guitarists and singers added layers of emotion, their music weaving a story that needed no translation. The intimate setting of Los Tarantos only amplified the experience. It felt as if we were part of something timeless and deeply authentic. For a moment, all the hustle and bustle of La Rambla faded away. If you're looking to truly connect with Spanish culture, there's no better way than to spend an evening immersed in the fiery energy of flamenco at Los Tarantos. And while we explored as much as we could, we barely scratched the surface of what Barcelona has to offer. At best, we managed to visit half of its famous landmarks. To truly experience everything this city has in store, from its rich history to its vibrant art scene, you'd need at least a couple of days, if not more. After the lively hustle and bustle of Barcelona, it was time to slow down and recharge. Our final destination? Blanes, a charming seaside town often referred to as the gateway to the Costa Brava. Known for its stunning beaches, crystal-clear waters, and laid-back atmosphere, Blanes was the perfect place to unwind after days of exploration. The town itself is a delightful mix of old-world charm and coastal beauty. We strolled through its quaint streets, lined with traditional Spanish houses, and made our way to the bustling waterfront, where fishing boats gently bobbed in the harbor. The scent of the sea and the sound of waves instantly set the tone for relaxation. Blanes is also a haven for snorkeling enthusiasts. Just a short swim from the shore or around the rocky outcrops along the coastline, you'll find incredible underwater spots teeming with colorful fish. The crystal-clear waters made it easy to spot schools of curious little creatures darting between the rocks and seaweed. It's the kind of experience that makes you feel like you've stepped into a nature documentary, without needing to venture far from the beach. For those seeking even more tranquility, Marimertra Botanical Garden, perched on a cliff overlooking the Mediterranean, offered breathtaking views and a peaceful escape. As we wandered through its pathways, surrounded by exotic plants and flowers, it felt like time had slowed down, a stark contrast to the energy of Barcelona. And of course, no visit to Blanes would be complete without enjoying its pristine beaches. A long stretch of golden sand bordered by turquoise waters, whether soaking up the sun, taking a refreshing dip, or snorkeling near the rocks, it was the perfect way to bid farewell to our Spanish adventure. Blanes, with its serene vibe, picturesque charm, and easy access to underwater wonders, was the ideal final chapter to our journey. It reminded us that travel isn't just about ticking off landmarks. Sometimes, it's about finding a moment of peace and simply enjoying the beauty around you. As we wrap up this adventure, we leave with memories that will stay with us for a lifetime and the hope that our journey inspires you to seek out your own moments of wonder and discovery. Until next time, happy travels, and may your next destination bring as much joy and beauty as this one has for us.